My younger brother, he went into animation. My elder sister, she is doing computers, but she's more into QA and doing
Uh,
assessments and so on. She's good. She's really good with with memorizing things. I'm not.
yeah.
My younger sister, she did her doctorate, her PhD in psychology. So it's totally different from what all I am doing.
So what was it like in terms of your parents' approach to your interest in the science and things like that?
So my father actually insisted that I try computer science because I finished my school in 1997. At that time, computers in at least in India as a field was just coming up. So I didn't know much about it. My plan was to be an aeronautics engineer. My father said, "Okay, why don't you just try going into computer science also?" So I gave an entrance exam at Delhi University. I happened to pass it to my surprise, and that just changed my whole life's trajectory.
So if your father hadn't pushed you, what do you see? What would have been that other direction that you would have gone
I
if
may
you
have been working on planes as an
planes?
engineer, yeah, or fighter jets. Yeah, I like fighter jets
Us
a lot.
still technology. So looking back at that moment, obviously there is a moment that I'm sure that you can pinpoint where your father says to you, "Okay, Michelle, I want you to do computer science," and then in your mind you're thinking you're gonna work on planes, right? So was there a moment like that, or did that kind of develop?
I was open to it. I just wanted to get my main focus was to get in a field where I can love what I'm doing and also get a decent pay.
Okay,
So that was my whole mindset.
okay. So really, for you, it was not you were not that much committed to getting into. Yeah, I see. Okay, so it was an easier. So for me, like I remember when I was a kid, I uh, I grew up in a town which was next to a military airfield. It's an the Air Force was there, and my parents were friends with some of the pilots, and these pilots were wild, and they were flying planes and having parties, and of course all drinkers. So I always wanted to be a pilot. And in fact, I never forget it was a I think it was a weekend, and one of their friends took us right next to the planes, and he said to my father, "You want to sit in the plane?" So he opened the whole thing. It's just we're talking about a fighter jet.
Yeah.
He gets into it and he says, "Okay, push that button, push that button." So my father pushes the button, and the whole thing closed up. So my father is inside. So he says, "Now, okay, now push that button to open." Of course, it's hard to hear. And my father is thinking, "Okay, if I push the wrong button, the plane is going to." Oh, so seeing all these things and seeing so close up, I wanted to be a pilot. But very quickly in my second grade, I needed glasses, couldn't
Yeah.
see the distance, and that's when that dream went out the window. So I could not be because you were expected to have good eyesight.
Yes.
So to this day, I always think about it. I wanted to be a pilot, and people say to me, they ask kids, "What do you want to be?" And they say, "I want to be a fireman." So it's because those fire engines are all flashing. So for me, it was like that. So I still think about it. I would have been a pilot if it was left to me. But I ended up in this space and that I enjoy and passionate about. So there's always something, that I'm thinking. So that's what I was trying to get at. So do you ever think about, oh, what if my father hadn't told me this, then I would have done this? But you're not thinking that. It was just a matter of picking something for you.
Yeah, like I personally want to be a fighter pilot too.
Yeah.
My eyesight got bad when I was in 7th or 8th grade. So I could not pursue that. So I knew that was out the window.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but I wanted to do something close to planes, so that I thought, okay, I'll just be an products engineer.
Yeah.
The computer science field was something I picked in the end because I knew there were more jobs in the field at that time. Aeronautics, there are not as many jobs there. I'm not sure if things have changed now, but at that time there were a lot more computer jobs than aeronautics.
Yeah. And especially those days, 1997,
Yep,
that's when the computer revolution, it's actually Windows 95 had just come out, personal computers, of course.
yep.
So that was the boom time. So really, at the end of the day, the space you are in and what you've done
Mhm.
is, it's to a certain extent, really, it's your father's advice, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's so obviously you have a good relationship with your father if you listen to him. Most kids don't listen to them.
Yeah.
How about your brother and your sisters? Did they follow your parents' advice, or went in a different direction?
My elder sister and my younger sister, they did to some extent. I would say they shared what their goals were, and my parents also reaffirmed them that they are on the right track. But they did seek consultation and advice from my parents. Younger brother is more of a rebel, so he is pretty much still like that. So he didn't really follow my father's advisement much, but he is doing what he likes in life. So I am happy for him for that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, look, you at the end of the day, you have to stand on your own feet, right? So
Exactly.